With Sligo unbeaten at home since the start of March and Derry having only lost one in their last 10 games, this was always going to be a tight affair. But the visitors nearly gifted the Bit O' Red the lead early on as Liam Martin easily dispossessed Vermelland, who picked out Cretaro. But Dean Jarvis managed to get a touch at the vital moment to snuff out the danger. Sligo created their best chance of the game on 35 minutes. Cretaro's cushioned chest found Kieran Sadlier, who brilliantly picked out Liam Martin, but he couldn't beat Ger Doherty in the Derry goal, who also stopped Sadlier's follow-up. Jimmy Keown and Daniel Kearns linked up to keep the move alive, but the Candy Stripes had regained their shape and were eventually able to clear their lines thanks to Lucas Schubert. Replays show Doherty managed to stay on his feet until the last second to deny Martin, before blocking a second effort moments later. Some slack Sligo defending gave Derry an opening a few minutes later, as Schubert managed to walk in behind the home defence, but he couldn't keep his volley down. There was still plenty for Kenny Shields to think about before the break. But the visitors did create one more chance before half-time. Barry McNamee finding space in front of the Sligo defence. His shot was well saved and held onto by Michael Schlingerman. Derry continued to look for the opening goal after the break and nearly found it as Sligo failed to clear the danger. McNamee's blocked shot landed with Schubert, who found Ronan Curtis, but his curling effort just drifted wide of the far post. But Schlingerman looked to have his angles covered. Derry came even closer from the resulting corner as Vermelland's header was cleared off the line by Keown. Nicholas Vermelland was certainly given too much time and space, but Keown did enough to flick it wide. Resolute defending was all that stopped Sligo from breaking the deadlock on 79 minutes. Firstly, Cretaro's effort was blocked, before Gary Boylan's shot came back to John Russell, who also couldn't find the target, but Gavin Pearce eventually earning his side a corner. Gaps were now appearing as both sides went in search of the win, and the impressive Kieran Sadlier found space with just minutes remaining. His through ball was stopped, but his follow-up effort very nearly gave the home side the lead. Derry nearly snatched all 3 points at the death, with Jarvis's header picking out Schubert. He had time to get a shot away from just 10 yards, but couldn't trouble Schlingerman in the Sligo goal. And so both clubs missed the opportunity to close the gap on the teams in front of them in the table as it finished at the showgrounds. Sligo Rovers 0, Derry City 0.